I think we're live. All right. Hey guys, so you might have been looking for Coach MK, but I am here. I'm Coach Nikkia. For those of you who have not gotten a chance to meet me, I am currently working with the Rebuild folks. I do a lot of the demos there, which is really fun. And we got a couple questions today from Ask Away. So we'll be going through some of those, basically mostly talking about habits and recovery, which are two of my favorite things. But I am really excited to be here today to just kind of talk to you guys about some Sunday night shenanigans. Feel free to drop something in the comments if you didn't get a chance to plug in your questions into the actual template that we have for our groups. And we are, I think, sharing with our quarantine group as well. So we got broadcasts all over the place. So feel free to jump in and message me. I don't know if I can see who messages me, but I can answer your questions, and that is great. All right, so before we get into the nitty gritty of the weekly wins and the questions that we got in the comments, remember that we have our back to school booty. We've been going live there pretty consistently. So if you maybe need to get your rear in gear, that is some good workouts. And you can go back to the beginning of the month and start all over again. Just 1 minute. We're going live each day. And then in October, I'm working on some spooky season type stuff because your girl loves Halloween. Likely because I was not allowed to like Halloween as a child. But now that I'm an adult and make my own choices, I can now enjoy all that Halloween brings. So I have some fun things planned for October and going live on Instagram with that. So go ahead. If you haven't added us on Instagram, go ahead, follow us. I think you can also set notifications as well, which would be really cool. Share with your friends, friends, your running buddies, all that kind of folks. Also, if you have not noticed, we have updated the shop, which I think is really cool. Lots of fun outfit things. I got a hoodie. I got like a sports bra. You might have seen that shared on the page. Wide range of sizes. They all fit really well from what I have tried out. So if you need some fitness protection gear, please go out there and get some. Because, we got your back and we want to be on your back. So with those two public service announcements out of the way, I'm just going to remind anybody who just recently joined to, if you have questions and didn't get a chance to put them into our normal form, to go ahead and drop them in the chat. I should be able to see them here. And then I can answer them at the end, and we'll go from there. But let's get started with some weekly wins. All right, weekly wins. Baby Brighton is 7 months old today, which is wild because it feels like he was just born literally last week. So congrats, Aaron. And Kristen Frazier got some good news on the knee front. Yay! She doesn't need surgery, which is always a win. And she has a great PT and medical team that are helping her with recovery. And recovery is important. So I'm really proud of you, Kristen. I'm so glad to hear that things are getting better and that you'll be out on the road soon because we miss you out there. All right. And in Maintain, that was our rebuild group. So in Maintain, Amy Wilson did something spectacular, spectacularly crazy, spectacularly awesome. But she did a 25-mile, which, just that piece alone, 25 miles. Amazing. Fantastic. But then you add mountain to the race. So yeah, a 25-mile mountain race. That's incredible. That's incredible. And she said it was seriously so hard, which I can imagine. It took 11:38, which it would have taken me 3 days, likely. And thankfully, I finished before it got dark, and the trail was seriously gnarly. She said today she is eating all the food, and you well deserve it because I don't care what kind of elevation it was, mountains are hard. I've done my fair share of mountain races, and they're just hard. It's almost, unless you are training solely in a mountainous area, it is so hard. So Amy, congrats to you. We are proud of you. I cannot, I can't imagine 25 miles up a mountain. Whoo, girl. So proud of you, Amy. All right. So questions. From Rebuild, we got, hi, coach. I've always found I'm more consistent with running when I can make it a regular part of my routine. That way, no willpower is required. It's just a habit, and I don't really have to think about it. Unfortunately, I'm in the season of life when that kind of regular routine isn't possible. Any suggestions on ways to make getting out of the door easier when I don't have the help of a habit to rely on? And this is actually a really good question because I have also found myself in that space as well. Early pandemic, I felt like I had a routine going. I felt like I was able to just click, click, click. Like, oh, okay, I'm going to wake up. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to come back home. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I feel like, especially now, now that things are sort of trying to shift back to normal, it is really hard to get back into the schedule of early pandemic. Like, I felt like I got a good vibe going. So one of the things that I personally recommend is that I have a plan A and then I have a plan B. And then sometimes, some days, I also have a plan C. So if I look at my day, the day before, I look at my day, the next day, and the day after, and I say, okay, based on my work schedule and my this schedule, I run down and try and figure out where can I plug in potential movement, whether it's getting outside and going for a run, whether it's walking my dog, whether it's me going out for a quick jaunt, or maybe it's me getting on my bike back here. But I try to make sure that I have blocked off space and time in some places and spaces, whether it's my work calendar, whether it's my regular life calendar. I also set alarms that correlate with those time frames to say, hey, if you haven't moved yet today, let's get it. You got 20, 30 minutes of free time. Let's get in there. So really, for me, scheduling the time, and another trick that you might have seen on a Motivation Monday, or Monday Motivation, either way, they go both ways, is having multiple outfits laid out. So I don't know about you, but I have a very particular outfit that I like to wear when I run, or not one, but a type of outfit that I wear when I run, and then another type of outfit for if I'm getting on the bike, or I'm doing strength work, or I'm going for a walk. My outfits are different. And basically what I do on Sunday evenings, which I will do right after this, is lay out multiple outfits for the entire week. And usually I'll have 2 outfits set per day based on whatever activities I might have scheduled previously. So those are some ways that you can kind of go ahead and set yourself up for success. I think also making sure that for those of you that may have kids or may have people that are relying on you, caretakers, things of that nature, making sure that your partner or whoever you're sharing a household with is also in on it. Making sure that they help you save the space for getting out the door. Because sometimes you do need to make sure that your support group is in on it, you know? So if that means, hey, can you watch the kiddos while I go get, an hour of movement in? Or, hey, can you do this while I do this? Or if it's, maybe they need to do the dishes in order for you to get out the door, right? So if you have someone in your life that is helping kind of split that responsibility with you, be sure to make sure that you're communicating that to them. I think that's sometimes always lost in that space. All right, and then we have one more question from Maintain, and it's a good one. It's a good one because it's probably my favorite part of the whole training and running cycle, which is, what is the way to recover after a big race? Now, I've had several big races in my life, and they've been various challenges for various reasons. But one of the first things I do is make sure that I have not only a post-run or post-event meal planned, like whether that means that you have a reservation or if you have the stuff stocked away in your grocery cart, all, making sure that you have like a good, solid, nutritious meal, and whatever nutritious means for you. Because sometimes your body's craving something different pros long run. For me, it ranges from, I really like salmon after a long run. And that tends to help kind of lubricate the joints, give me all those good, like fatty, like proteins and things that I need to kind of recover. So that's usually like my post long run meal. But having a post long run meal that you love, or a big race meal that you love, just making sure that you're refueling your body, making sure that you're also hydrating, that you keep drinking some electrolytes after the motion is stopped. I would give it another day or two of just, alternating your regular water with your, what are those things called? Electrolyte drinks, or, types of electrolytes, especially depending on how long the race was, how hot the race was. Another thing that I do, I usually wait a full day before I do this, foam rolling. Getting on your foam roller, or if you have a little stick roller, those are something, because usually the day of, I am not in the space and place for that, but the next day I can usually, take some deep breaths and just slowly and gently roll over some of those lumps and bumps. Ranger's trying to hop into my video here. But yeah, so definitely taking a conscious step towards recovery is your nutrition, and then taking care of your body after. One of the other things that I thoroughly enjoy is a hot Epsom salt bath. I usually put in entirely too much. And that usually will help me get really going when it comes to just movement, loosening things up. And what I'll usually do is I will do the hot Epsom salt bath in the middle of the day after the big event, and then the night after the big event, I will then do the foam rolling. So those are some ways that I take to recovery. A cozy, comfortable outfit, and then also just enjoying your couch after you do your muscles, your stretching, and really take a couple days off depending on how big the effort was for you, because that allows your body to kind of reset and go back to what you absolutely need. I think sometimes we end up hopping into the next training cycle way too quickly, because recovery also doesn't just mean your physical body, it also means your mindset. You've just finished a huge race, and if you finished a huge race and now you're like, well, now what do I do? Like, do I just enjoy myself? Do I, how the different ways that you might want to move to the next training cycle, or if you want to transition to just a maintain type situation where you're, staying ready so you don't have to get ready for the next thing, that might be another option for you. So yeah, that's recovery. So those are the two questions tonight. A little bit of a short ask away. I'm happy to kind of come in here and sub for you. If you missed the first part, please make sure you're following us on Instagram, and you're also following the Facebook page, Fitness Protection. We got some fun stuff out there. If you haven't checked out the new shop, please check out the shop for some swag, because it's fun. Lots of fun, cute outfits and things out there. I think there's even pants, there's a sports bra, there's all kinds of things. So no matter what your style might be, hopefully we have something in the shop for you. But if you have any questions, suggestions, drop something in the comments, let us know, and we're here to listen. So you guys have a great week. You're coached, you're loved, and you're winning at life.